What trickery is this? Mal'Ganis! I don't know how you survived, but
Calm yourself, Prince Arthas. I am Tichondrius. Like Mal'Ganis, I am a Dreadlord. But I am not your enemy. In truth, I've come to congratulate you.
Congratulate me?
By killing your own father and delivering this land to the Scourge, you have passed your first test. The Lich King is pleased with your enthusiasm.
Yes. I've damned everyone and everything I've ever loved in his name. And I still feel no remorse, no shame, no pity.
The rune blade that you carry was forged by the Lich King and empowered to steal souls. Yours was the first one it claimed.
Then I'll make do without one. What is the Lich King's will?
The cult of the damned must be rallied once again. Many of the Acolytes have been in hiding amongst the populace. Once you've rallied them, I will give you further instructions.
Must feed.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it.
Must be.
Speak, fool.
Greetings, great lord. Our master, Kel'Thuzad, told us that you would come.
Kel'Thuzad? How could he have known it?
Be wary. If the townsfolk see your undead minions, they'll call the local guards to stop you.
At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hunger. Prince Arthas, arm yourselves! This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. This is more like it.
The dead have risen again.
Frostmourne
The
hunger.
undead! Sound the alarm!
This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally.
Seek out the local graveyards. Those buried there will serve you well.
Tread lightly.
My sight is yours.
At last. Finally.
Help! The undead have returned.
At last.
To your will.
Finally.
I'll make sure you suffer. You will know endless torture.
For the Lich King. At last.
I'll make sure you suffer.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
How could you murder
The dead
your
have
own
risen
father?
again. Guards!
At last. This is more like it. Your pain shall be legendary. Frostmourne
I
hunger.
bow to your will.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
My
This is
life
more
for
like it.
Nezul. Help! The undead have returned. I bow to your will.
At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Help!
Finally.
The undead have returned.
This is more like it. At last. Finally.
I'll make sure you suffer.
This is more like it. Finally.
What needs revealing?
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. What is it now? Tread lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
My life for Nezu.
The
Your
undead!
pain shall be
Sound the alarm!
Ah, at last. Now, Frost.
You bastard.
Finally.
I'll make sure of you suffer.
Ah, at last. Frostmourne
Help!
hungers.
The undead have returned! Help!
Finally,
The undead
I
have
live
returned!
only to serve.
At last. Frostmourne
Mercy, my
hungers.
lord!
This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at
The damned
last.
stand ready.
Finally.
You will know endless torment.
Frostmourne hungers.
The dead have
This is
risen
more
again!
like it.
Guards!
Ah, at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Faithless coward.
Ah, at last. What is it now?
Your pain shall be legendary.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at
I
last.
wish only to serve thy bidding, master. I bow to your will. Fear the Reaper.
No one orders me around.
Help! The
Finally.
undead have returned!
Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
What do you I'm need? in luck. These graves were dug recently. Arise, in the name of the Lich King.
Right.
Must build.
I wish only to serve.
No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Ah, at last.
I live only to serve.
This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Say your prayers.
Ah,
Bandits,
at last.
run!
This is more like it.
I bow to your will.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers.
You will know endless torment.
Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
The damned
Finally.
stand ready.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
The damned stand ready.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer.
For the Lich King.
My life for your pain shall be legendary.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. What is it now?
Faithless coward.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it.
Stand and deliver. Smokey, what you got?
Speak, fool. Finally.
Should I mess someone up? Should I mess someone up?
Tread lightly. This is more
The
like
dead
it.
have
My
risen
life,
again.
Azul.
At last.
Guards! The
Finally.
undead! Sound the
This is more
alarm!
like it. Frostmourne
I
hungers.
live only to
The
serve.
dead have risen
At
again.
last.
Guards!
Finally.
I bow to
At
your
last. This is more like it.
The dead have risen
Finally.
again. The undead have returned. Guards!
Ah, at last. Finally.
The undead!
Frostmourne
Sound the alarm!
My life for Nazul.
This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne. Finally.
You betrayed us all.
Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally.
Help! The
only
undead
This is
have
more
returned.
like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne
Mercy, my lord.
hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
You should burn in hell.
Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
Faithless coward.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Kill them all!
At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
I shall be your eyes.
No one orders me around.
My sight is yours. All shall be revealed.
Must be.
Speak, fool. Finally. Now, Frostmourne.
I shall be your eyes. Let's see.
What is it now? Tread lightly. Ah, at last.
What needs revealing?
Speak, fool. Frostborn hunger.
Must build.
No one orders me around. What is it now?
Must build.
Tread lightly.
Must build.
What is it now? Speak, fool.
Must build.
What is it now? Ah, at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Must build.
Tread lightly.
What is it now? Ah, at last.
Must build. What's that?
Tread lightly. This is more like it.
Must build. What's that?
Speak, fool. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at
My
last.
life for Nezul.
Inventory is full.
This
My
is
life for Nezul.
Frostmourne
I bow
hungers.
to your will.
Speak, fool.
Well done, Death Knight. The cult is nearly assembled.
Lordaeron lies in ashes. What good are these cultists to us now?
They will aid you in your next undertaking.
And what's that?
You will go to Underhall and recover the remains of the Acolyte's former master, the necromancer, Kel'Thuzad.